Hello students, good morning to all. So today we will start a new exercise, self practice 2A of lesson fractions and decimals. Fractions and decimals. Now see the question number 1. Find the value of. Question number 1 is what? Find the value of. We have to find the value of. Find the value of A 1 by 5 of 1 by 5 of 1 hour 1 by 5 of 1 hour 10 minutes 1 hour 10 minutes 1 hour 10 minutes. We have to find the value of 1 hour 10 minutes. So 1 by 5 is a fraction. So 1 by 5 of 1 hour 10 minutes, we have to find its value. So first of all, what we do, we convert this 1 hour 10 minutes into minutes only. Now as we all know, 1 hour equals to 60 minutes. So 1 hour 10 minutes value we find. See how we find? 1 by 5 of 1 hour. So 1 hour equals to 60 minutes. So 1 multiply 60 minutes. 1 multiply 60 minutes. MIN means minutes. Short form of the minute is MIN. Plus, now this 1 hour 10 minutes means 1 hour plus 10 minutes. So 1 hour is converted. We converted the 1 hour into minute, and 1 hour equals to 60 minutes. So multiply 60 minutes in the number of 1 hour. So 1 multiply 60 minutes. Now 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. 160 is 60 plus 10 minutes. Plus 10 minutes. Now we add this. So in the next step, 1 by 5 of 160 is a 60 minute plus 10 minute. Now in the next step, 1 by 5 of 60 minute plus 10 minute, 70 minute. So of means multiply. Now 5 at the place of denominator and 70 is the place of numerator. So we can cancel it. 5 1 is 5, 14 5 is 70. So what we got the answer? 1 into 14 minute. 1 into 14 minute. And at the denominator place we got 1 only. 14 5 is 70, that is 5 14 is 70, 5 1 is 5. Now 1 14 is 14 minute. 1 14 is 14 minutes. So answer is 14 minutes. So 1 by 5 of 1 hour 10 minutes will give you 14 minutes. Okay. So like this we have to do. So first of all we convert the hour into minutes, and after that we add this 10 minutes to the 1 hour. So you will get 1 hour 10 minutes equals to 70 minutes. 1 hour 10 minutes equals to 60 minutes plus 10 minutes, 70 minutes. Now we do the question number 2. After this we do question number 2. 1B I am leaving the homework. In 1B it is asked 1 by 5 of a non-leap year. So a non-leap year has 365 days. Leap year has 366 days. So 1 by 5 of 365 we have to find. Now see the question number 2. Express 1 by 2 as quarters. So here we have to express 1 by 2 as quarter 6/8. What we have to do? Express 1 by 2 as quarters. So express 1 by 2 as quarters, comma 6, comma 6, comma 12, like this. Okay. So here quarter means 1 by 4. Quarter means 1 by 4. So we have to express 1 by 2 as 1 by 4. Quarter means the value of the quarter means 1 by 4. And sixth means 1 by 6. and 12th means 1 by 12, that the denominator of the fraction should be 12, like this. So what should you do in this fraction 1 by 2 to get the denominator 4? So we have to express 1 by 2. 1 by 2 equals to, we have to find its equivalent fraction. So what you multiply into to get the denominator 4? 2 only. 2 2s are 4. So multiply the numerator also by 2. Here the fraction 1 by 2, in this fraction 1 by 2, what should you multiply to get the denominator 4? So in 2 we have to multiply 2 to get 4. So we multiply the numerator also by 2. So the equivalent fraction of 1 by 2 will be what? 1 2s are 2 and 2 2s are 4. 2 by 4. So we have expressed 1 by 2 as quarters. That is 2 by 4. Okay. In the next, see what we have to do. We have to express 1 by 2 as 1/6. So what you multiply in 2 to get the denominator 6. We have to convert this 1 by 2 into form of 1 by 6. So what you multiply to get 6 in the denominator 2, that is 3. So multiply the numerator also. So what you get? 1 3s are 3, 2 3s are 6. That is the 3 by 6. Like this we have to do. Okay, like this. Like this, the third one you can see 1 by 12. So what you multiply into to get its denominator 12. So what you multiply into to get the 12 denominator? 6 only. 2 6 are 12. So multiply the numerator also. You will get 6 by 12. Like this you have to do. Similarly, you find its 16th and 24th part. Now see how you find its 16th part. So 1 by 2 equals to what you multiply into to get 16. That is 8. So multiply the numerator also 8. You will get 8 by 16. Next, what you multiply in the denominator 2 to get 32. That is 16. 2 16s are 32. So multiply the numerator also. So 16 1s are 16 and 16 2s are 32. See, we have converted the fraction 1 by 2 in the form of quarter, in the form of 6th, in the form of 12th, in the form of 16th, in the form of 32th. Okay, now we move to the question number 3. Express 3 by 8 fraction. Question number 3, you see, express 3 by 8 as a fraction. Express 3 by 8 as a fraction. In such fraction, we have to express 3 by 8 as a fraction with numerator 15. So express 3 by 8 as a fraction. Express 3 by 8 as a fraction with in the first part 3a with a numerator 15. So we have to express 3 by 8 fraction with numerator 15. So what we do? Write 3 by 2 equals to, we have to find the equivalent fraction. We have to find the equivalent fraction, and the equivalent fractions are the multiple of the given fraction or submultiple. So here the numerator is more than the given numerator, so it is the multiple. So what you multiply in the numerator 3, so what you multiply in the numerator 3 to get the numerator 15. See here, what you multiply in the numerator 3 to get the numerator 15, that is 3 5s are 15. When you multiply in 3 5 by 5, then you get the 15. So here you multiply 5. So multiply the denominator also by 5. If you multiply the numerator with a certain number, then you have to multiply the denominator also with the same number. So what you get here? 3 5s are 15. or 8 5s are 40. That is 15 by 40. So the equivalent fraction of 3 by 8 in which the numerator is 15 is 15 by 40. In the B you see, in third B it is asked denominator 72. It is asking, we have to express 3 by 8 as a fraction with denominator 72. Denominator 72. So again we write 3 by 8 equals to, we have to find the equivalent fraction of 3 by 8 in which the denominator should be 72. So in this fraction denominator is 8. So what number you multiply in the 8 to get 72? We multiply the same number with the numerator also. So 8 9 is 72. So in order to get the denominator 72, we have to multiply in 8 by 9. 8 9 is 72. So multiply the numerator also by 9. Then 3 9 is 27, 8 9 is 72. Okay, like this we have to do. Now we move to the next question, question number 4. So question number 4, reduce each of the following fraction in lowest term. Reduce, we have to reduce each of the following fraction, reduce each of the following fraction, each of following fraction each of the following fraction to its lowest term. Lowest terms. Now see, lowest term means in the simplified form in which the numerator and denominator of the fraction has no common factor except 1. So we have to reduce the fraction in its lowest term. First is 18 by 48. Now 18 by 48. So to reduce in the lowest term means if the HCF of the numerator and denominator, see here, if the HCF of numerator and denominator is 1, if the HCF of a fractions, if the HCF of a fractions of numerators and denominators, if the HCF of the numerator and denominator of a fraction is 1, if the HCF of numerator and denominator of a fraction is 1, then the fraction is said to be in the lowest term. Then the fraction is said to be in the lowest term. Now, if it is multiplied by, if it is divided by any number, a common number which can multiply both the number, so with that number we divide it. So see here, 18 and 48 both are divisible by 2. Both are divisible by 2. So what we write here? 18 by 48. Both are divisible by 2. So 2 9 is 18, 2 24 is 48. Both are divisible by 2. So what I got here? 9 by 24. Now see again, here the result I got 9 by 24. And here the fraction 9 by 24 again also divisible by a common number 3. In the table of 3, 9 also comes and 24 also comes. So again we divide these two, both the numerator and denominator, by a common factor which is 3. So 3 will divide the 9 also. 3 3s are 9, 3 8s are 24. Now I got 3 by 8. Now 3 by 8 is a co-prime number. Co-prime means both the numerator and denominator has no common factor except 1. So 3 comes only in the table of 3 and 8 comes in the table of 2. So 3 and 8 are co-prime. There is no such common number which divide the 3 and 8 both. Okay. So now 3 by 8 is the lowest term. This is also the equivalent fraction, but it is in the lowest term. Okay, like this we have to do. Now see the next question. Question number C, 210 upon 315. 210 upon 315. Again you see, both the numbers containing the last digit, numerator and denominator, both containing the last digit 0 and 5. This means these two numbers, numerator and denominator, are divisible by 5. So first of all we divide both the numerator and denominator by 5. So when you divide 210 and 315 by 5, what you get? So first you divide this 210 by 5. 5 4s are 20. From 21, if you subtract 20, you will get the remainder 1. 1 and 0, 10. 5 2s are 10. 42 you got here. 5 6 are 30 and 5 3s are 15. So you will get here 42 by 63. 42 by 63. Now you can see again these two numbers 42 and 63 has a common factor. What? 7. 7 will divide both the number 42 and 63. So 42 will be divided by 7. 7 6 are 42 and 7 9 are 63. Now you get 6 by 9. Now see again both the 6 and 9 is divisible by 3 here. In the table of 3 6 also comes and 9 also comes. So again we divide this to number, that is 3 2s are 6 and 3 3s are 9. Now I got 2 by 3. Now both are prime. 2 is also prime number, 3 is also prime number. So that is the lowest form, 2 by 3. Like this we have to solve the such type of questions. Okay. So this is all for the today students. In the next class we will continue the remaining question of self practice 2A. Thank you for your kind attention.